be closing in, and it will cause some problems. Patchy now ready to release all the action here. Backs against the storm wall. Shield being given out to Czar. Now Patchy low HP. One pickup for STMN here. There are the mines, though. Bobby gonna get tripped up. 2v2 situation. Roll in from Patchy. The aggressive brawler pays off. It's Luminosity.
In this video, I'll be going over one of the most wild matches I've ever played in, which was the recent July monthly finals last weekend versus STMN, and let's just hop straight into the games. So first set, we got Gold Arm Gulch. As you can see, Charles first picks to Mr. P. STMN's already unlocking the Gus. So I'll just explain a little bit. They had second pick, so they banned Tick, Shelly, best brawlers in the game, and then you kind of had a choice of whatever you wanted to ban with the third, and they banned Gene. Then we banned Grom anyway, so it's banned regardless. And then we banned Cord because we wanted to pick a tank, and this looks like a really good tank game, so banning Cord was worth it. As they go Gus and Sprout, two brawlers pretty weak into tanks. They're good into Mr. P, just kind of standard STMN brawlers. You know, they like the Gus, they like the Sprout, and we felt that their comp was quite weak to tanks, so we lock in the Daryl here. And then with the Daryl, we said, all right, we don't really know what to go. We were debating between Belle, maybe Pam, and then we just ended up on Bo. It's kind of just a well-rounded brawler. It's not really countered by anything, not really good into anything. It's just Bo, you know, and it's got mines, and that's kind of about it. They're gonna last pick the Pam, counters Daryl. We pretty much expected that going into that, but I felt that, you know, since I was playing the Daryl, I didn't really have an issue with playing into Pam. First round, first game, we decide to kind of do this strategy where we try and pinch them. You know, Charlie goes left side. I'm going to go in the grass. Chino's going to kind of go around, and we're going to try and pinch them. And Czar actually gets really low here, but we don't really commit to him, so we kind of just let him live, and then I get caught out in a bad spot. I don't really know where I was going, so I end up having to waste a roll to live. But it kind of worked out for us because Charlie gets very close to his porters, and that's really the only thing we're looking for here. My Daryl will obviously charge automatically, but those bow mines not really too good either, unfortunately. Could have been better, but it's all right, you know, not the end of the world as long as we keep the porters alive. Also, these porters were very interesting to say the least, so I had to tank a lot of shots to try and block for them. It worked out in the end, actually, because they do stay alive, and I guess that, you know, staying alive but wasting a couple shots isn't the worst. And then I actually get caught out by Gus Gadget here, and then I roll in on Czar, but he gets the shield off, lives on 800, and that's just, as soon as I die and it's a 2v3, it's just kind of over from there. So not the best. So yeah, not the best start from us, and we decide, all right, we got enough supers, so we're just gonna go up the left side. So we kind of just go standard. We already got the Mr. P porters. Bow mine's not really too much an issue. He can get them pretty easily as long as we just keep the porters alive. And we decided to put the porters all the way in the back lefts where, like, it's unreachable, so don't have to worry about them getting hit anymore. And we're just kind of chilling here. I make sure to stay on top of the Sprout wall because I don't want us three to all go down on the Sprout wall, and then he kind of just gets a good pinch on us and pushes us all the way back. So making sure to split the Sprout wall always works well. And here we're just kind of chilling, waiting for the smoke to come in, charging supers. Like, everyone has their supers basically, and I'm just kind of waiting. The smoke's about to come in, so I make sure to heal up. You got to stay full for when the smoke comes in. And then around here, CR throws pretty decent bow mines, not really too bad. But the issue is here, he kind of ignores Czar. Czar gets a really good kill on Charles, and I just rolled onto absolutely nothing. I just got nowhere. So pretty poor first two rounds from us. Nothing really well we did at all from any of us. So yeah, we're down 1-0, and let's on to the next game. Since the start of round one or game one got us supers, we decided, all right, let's just do it again. This time we try and finish the round well instead of starting the round well and then not finishing it. And we already got a lot of supers here. I'm obviously pretty close to my roll. Charles gets a good 3 or 4 hits to his porters, so we're looking good there. And then Chino, bow mines don't really matter at the end of the day until the end, but I don't want to spoil anything. And then I kind of just go for some roll here. Doesn't really get us anywhere. It actually kind of does because Czar gets an overextend. I almost lived there. I could have probably juked a Gus shot there. That was probably my bad. But at the end of the day, 2v2, it's not really the worst. Like, I think Bo and Mr. P should win if it's kind of an even position. Obviously, if the Sprout has really good position and has walls to block off, it's a lot. But we have porters, a lot more HP than them, a lot more aggression than them. And as you can see here, it does get very dicey, but Sans misses 3 or 4 straight shots on Chino, and well played by Chino, misplay by Sands, and end up winning the round. Well played 2v2 by my teammates. So yeah, we're 1 round off tying the set and going to game 3. We decide once again we have enough supers to just, you know, leave it alone. Don't really have to press too hard. I think Charles is a good 1 or 2 shots off a super. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, there you go. He was 1 shot, hits 2 just for the extra measure, and gets the porters in the same spot. And I have roll. Just kind of stand on the top side. We make sure to keep switching. Wherever the Pam is, I'm running away, and I'm trying to get on the Sprout. So here, as you can see, the Sprout was below. And then I tried to go below, but then I saw him kind of standing in the middle. So kind of indecisive. I probably should have gone down here. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Actually, I should have definitely gone down. I'm kind of waiting too long. I think we eventually do switch just a little bit later in the game. Yeah, here, now we finally call the switch. So bad part on mine not to switch, but we get the switch eventually. And CR gets insane clips there. Like, they gets them all to half. I don't really know what I did. I think I just auto-aimed the roll, but at the end of the day, we got a trade, and I'm kind of just praying for my life here on a cactus. I get pinched out, but Sands gets hit by the bow mine. And then here, if you're wondering why Bobby doesn't shoot the porter, it's because he has his big shot. So if he uses the big shot will hit the porter, and then it won't hit CR. But he loses anyway, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, we hop into game 3. Round 1 of every game went our way. Well, not our way, but the start went our way. So, you know, we decided to do the same again. But this time they really hard stack this inner side, so Charlie can't really get much value, and I'm trying to play a little bit more aggro to back them up, but I play 2 aggro and I get 2 tapped in the back. You see those 2 Bobby shots down there hit me, and I'm dead, so the round's already over. We lost, but all we got to do is just kind of charge our supers. It's my bad. I threw this round, but as long as we live with some porters, we're good. So yeah, Charlie dies in the smoke there. I'm not sure how close he is. I think he's around half, so not good at all. Bad round. Just my fault entirely. No one else's fault. I don't really know what I was doing there. I got really mad at myself. I even put an angry pin. I never put pins in games, but there it was I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it, but those were really good bow mines, actually. Perfect placement. I'd always place those there. Maybe a little bit tiled to the left, but that perfectly breaks that wall. And just having that open map over there really, really helps for me on my rolls because I can't really get caught on too many walls, and it helps for Bo to get a lot of value on these clips. And map open is usually better for us, I'd say. And here we see the Sprout on the low, so I call the switch. Charlie goes back up, and then, you know, they get kind of scared, so I push them all really back, and then they try and put Zar down, but Zar's not really going down. They get as soon as I push even higher, then they put Zar down. Then I say, all right, let's just switch back, because it's just what you do. And good bow mines there. I think not really bad bow mines. They kind of just broke the wall. I don't really know why they stepped on them in the first place, but it kind of worked out. And I see Zar uses Pam Gadget right there, roll straight on. That's a free kill. And then it's a 3v2. And we're just kind of waiting here. Sands has a god wall, though. Gets us all trapped in, but Charlie hits that dunk shot right there. He doesn't even get the kill credited for it, actually. But he gets the kill there for sure. He called it out himself. He said, I dunked on him. I quote, can't go STMN set without going to double match set or whatever, double set point. I don't know what you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. One knockout round to decide the set. Can't have anything different. So, you know, once again, back to the switches, got the supers. We're just waiting for endgame. That's basically gold arm. And here they switch over, so I'm like, all right, we switch once again. Part 5,800, and then I catch the wall. Speed gear very nice there, catch over the wall, and that would have had us in a really bad spot if we all got trapped by the wall. And since I got over it, just worked perfectly for us. So Charlie gets Sands very low here, and I say, all right, let's just keep switching. He kind of overextends there a little bit, but not bad at the end of the day. Chino throws 1 more set of bow mines. There's just 1 mine alive. I roll in. I get a lot of pressure in, and then I juke a nice amount of shots there, stay alive. Charlie goes in, gets double Gus gadgeted. I'm healing in the smoke. Bobby hits the bow mine. Then I get the roll in. I roll on 2 of them, and that's just a double kill right there. I don't even know how to explain that round, how that went. But at the end of the day, we won. That's really all that matters. And let's hop into the next. As you can see, Charles doesn't get credited for the kill. I don't really know why. You need 12 kills to win a knockout set. So that's not even, the math does not add up. All right, so next set, Kaboom Canyon. We lock in the Carl. We had first pick once again. They banned Bonnie, Colette, Shelly. Not really too much off with them. Normally, you would probably ban Crow instead of Shelly, but they felt they could try and beat a Crow. They wanted to give us first pick Crow, which we didn't give them, so obviously didn't work to their plan. And we banned the first pick Shelly, but they banned Shelly, so we felt, all right, well, we wanted to get Carl later in the draft, But since they banned Shelly and Shelly really hard counters Carl, we felt, all right, let's just pick Carl because Carl's essentially the best brawler on this map with these bans. I don't think there's any dispute. And then Crow is probably the second best. I don't really know why they went Daryl. I guess they felt they needed damage in a Carl counter. I don't really know what I would have went, to be honest, but probably not Daryl. In our next two picks, we go with Tara, and then we go with Jesse. And basically, Tara counters Crow and Daryl. Tara is an absolute hard counter to Daryl. Nothing you can do into a Tara as Daryl. You just feed, you get pulled, you can't really get any damage. And then Crow just has to deal with pets. It's just really annoying for Crow. And the hard counter to Tara is Jesse, and Jesse is damage and also, I think, double counters Daryl and Crow. So we said, all right, it's a two double counter. The Jesse would be very good into our comp. So we said, all right, they will go Squeak, and they did go Squeak, but we felt we could still beat it with the Carl, and that's what we went with. So yeah, they lock in the Squeak, we lock in the Jesse, and let's hop in the game. And so that exact Carl gadget at the start, they were a little bit late, but that exact Carl gadget at the start is why Carl is basically the best brawler on this map, with, you know, most of the good brawlers banned, or it's like the fourth best brawler on the map probably, but you know, with 3 bans, it is the best brawler on the map. So good start for us. It just automatically gets you insane control. The gadget just does so much. It's just, Kaboom is all about mid control, and it just got us so much control. As you can see, I already got a turret from hitting a bunch of shots. Chino's just wailing on the safe, gets a kill, or gets Bobby to 1 shot. Turret is still putting in work. The gadget's doing work. Already got a free 40% just off a start, and that just already puts them in a bad spot. They have 0 control as well. We double dodged a Squeak super, well played from us there. And then Charlie does get quite pushed back. You know, Crow does put in work, but then Chino uses his last gadget, and Bobby here decides to go for me, which I don't really know, because a Carl, I think, probably does more damage than anything, like, at all on the safe. Maybe not a Daryl, but just Chino gets a free 40% there straight up. And so they're already down by 50% within a minute in the game. But Sans is somehow on slow Squeak, so that gets us a double slow and loses us full position, which I guess works out for him. And then he uses a gadget there. Not really too useful, but gets him a little bit of control. And we're just kind of backed up here. We're really waiting. They do get a nice double, so they roll in. But as you can see, Charlie hits a nice pull, kills Bobby, gets him basically 1% of damage worth. And Sans uses his last Squeak gadget, so that just keeps us out for essentially another 20 seconds, which isn't very fun. They get another double slow, another roll in, and then he gets pulled again. So, you know, just two double slows, 2 Daryl supers, 2 Tara supers, just another tie. And then Chino kind of goes up, gets 3%, and I just have this turret. It's kind of just a control turret, not really doing too much, but I'm just fighting for anything we can get, because as long as if we can back them up, we win the game automatically. But it's very hard to back up into this comp. They have Crow and Squeak, some of the most like controlling brawlers, especially on this map. And so we're kind of just sitting here, nothing really we can do. Squeak goes for another super here. I don't know if that was the best play. Zara goes for a Crow jump here, is not able to do enough damage to finish the game. So we're like, all right, we can win. Charlie goes for a super there. We kill Bobby. And then I'm up top shooting the safe. Chino supers in, but it doesn't even matter what he does. We win the game barely. And yeah, let's hop in again too. Same thing. Chino gadgets in. As expected. Sans does get a better gadget there. I like kind of split second decided to just back up. I could have tried to gone through it, but I feel like that would have ended up badly. So I kind of just tie, and then Sans gets me in a nice corner here. He 3-taps me. I also 3-tap him, but he does more damage, so I lose that unfortunately. But at the end of the day, it's not terrible. And then he kind of overcommits here, feeds a lot of super, and I do get solo slowed, rolled on. Just they played this pretty well actually with their Daryl roll, solo slow, or Crow slow kind of combination. I tell Chino to go up there. Unfortunately, he does get killed by Sans, only gets 4%. But at the end of the day, it gets us some control, because now I got my turret. They got to deal with it pretty hard. And then I just kind of book it. Sans already used his last Squeak edge, and I say, all right, I'm just going to go up. Chino also goes up. And then he kind of goes around. He goes for Zar, but Zar jumps away. And then Chino kills Zar, and he dies. I don't know. It was just a mess. End up with them full control, so not good for us at all. He does miss the Squeak super, so actually he doesn't. I think I walked into that. I couldn't really see that, but I think I walked into that, so bad play by me actually. But Charles with another good pull on Bobby, so he gets him down. They do get a nice 20%, I think, there, which is good for them. But we're looking not so good here. We kind of like mess up. I try and go up, but then I realize I'm a Jesse, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go defend. Charles saves his pull here, which wasn't a good play at the end because it gets him like an extra 40% or something. I think if he pulls, I get a nice bounce kill on them. But I mean, it's not too bad. Chino gets in their spawn. I think he gets a kill here. Yeah, he does. So he gets a kill. He gets a little bit of damage. We're down 50%, just like they were down 50% last game. But here we have full control. We get the pull. That's exactly what we needed right there. Bobby goes down. I get my turret. And without the Daryl, they really can do nothing to my turret. So my turret's just wailing on the safe. It's just spraying it. I keep bouncing. At this point, Chino gets a kill on Sands. I'm one shot off another turret. I get it down. I put it down. Bobby rolls on me. He doesn't kill me. And down there, Charlie pulls Bobby, gets him to one shot. The tar pet doesn't kill him. Zar jumps in, doesn't kill any of us. He kills Bobby. I get another turret. I pop the gadget. And then we get just somehow, some way, enough damage to win the game. Honestly, I don't even know how these games are going, but we're winning them, so that's all I can say. Let's hop on to the next. Yeah, if you think those two sets were wild, this is the most wild set of them all. They first pick 8-bit on Hard Rock Mine. Set 3, if we win, we take it all. And I came up with this. Colette into 8-bit. We face it one time in the scrim, got owned by it, and we were like, last second thought of it, because the best mid in Hard Rock Mine is 8-bit, and I felt like nothing could beat it besides a Crow. Crow somehow, I don't even know how it became the best mid on the map, but it did. So after Crow ban, it's 8-bit, and we were like, all right, they're gonna go 8-bit probably, so we just go Colette. We can go Colette mid at hard counter is 8-bit, and then Dog's just the best brawl on best lane, sorry, on the map. So we just kind of take it, and Colette and Dog work together pretty well. You know, you treat the Colette, gets extra health, extra damage, just a lot of all that good stuff. And then they go Sandy, and Sandy just kind of good into Colette, good into Dog, good into tanks, good with 8-bit. It's just a good overall good brawl. And then they go Rico into Dog. So shout out everyone that goes Rico into Dog. I don't really know why anyone does that, but you know, it is what it is. It's good into tanks. It's kind of about it. And I do end up going a tank here because regardless, it's still a good tank game. And I probably should have gone Sam here thinking of it, but I just decided, all right, I'm gonna go Ash. I really like playing Ash on Hard Rock Mine, so I pick Ash, and it is what it is. We got what we got, and so I'm gonna set number 3. Go set number 3. Obviously we got Colette mid, just laning the 8-bit, and we got Dog on Rico, which is exactly what we want, and Ash on Sandy. So good start to our lanes actually. We got exactly what we wanted. I start pushing Sands back. I'm kind of playing it slow. As you can see, Chino just murks Bobby. That's exactly why we picked the Colette into the Dog, into the 8-bit. And I'm just here, you know, chilling behind a wall. I don't really want to feed Sands. Sands doesn't really want to feed me. So we're just kind of having a mid-off exactly. I'm sitting behind a wall. He's kind of just shooting a wall. It's kind of just there. And then they finally decide to switch Zar on me, which is a better matchup for them. And then I end up somehow killing Sands here. I was going for Zar and I killed Sands. That's just wild. And then Chino dies with the gems, which is a big kill right there. That really messed us up, I feel like, this game. And somewhere I think in one of those fights, he wasted gadget. So I think he's down to either one gadget or something like that. And he doesn't have the gems, so Charlie having the gems, and I think that was his last gadget right there. So just terrible for us. We have a Dog with all our gems. We have a Colette with no gadgets, and it's only 1 minute into the game. I have no hits to super. They're close to Sandy super. There they go. They get it. They got the switch they wanted to, and it's just bad for us right here. We get Sands pretty low. I think Chino does kill him with that shot there, but it's just not looking good. Zar gets a beam and a half, so he's dead again. And once again, we do have a Dog with 7 gems. That wall break also, I think it would, if it was a tile higher, it would have been a lot better for us, because breaking that little like 2 stone 1 gem wall right there that Chino's right behind would have helped us a lot. But I do get a nice sneak kill. Then I auto aim a shot to the back of me. Never auto aim. Actually, always auto aim, but sometimes it bites you in the back, so it's unfortunate. And then I do go for Zar. Unfortunately, die. Chino does get a sick Colette super there, steals their gem. But Sands gets a Sandy stun, and then Charlie goes for a gem, and then Zar gets the Rico super of a lifetime right there. He's just so good at Rico, and it just right there, that Rico super just won them the game. I go up, I trade a gem, but it's just too late. We're full spawn trapped. They got an 8-bit turret. They only need 1 more gem. Charlie's already dead, and I go up. you know, 1v3 with my life on the line, and it's just not enough. So yeah, unfortunately, the early game cost us there. So let's just hop into the next. So once again, we got the same lanes, exactly what we wanted. They already switched early, but I have good position. Chino gets another mid diff very early on, so good start for us. If we can keep it that way, it's perfect. I do go wait. I don't really know what I was doing here. I should have just. It's just terrible. Don't do what I'm doing. I really did not like my Ash positioning this set. I definitely could have been better. And there you go. That's the break I was talking about. Breaking the barrels and the 3 above it. So that's perfect for us right there. The Rico can't really spawn trap us that well anymore. And then over here, I get a nice kill on Zara. I should have stayed alive there, but I didn't. So another bad Ash positioning right there. Just not doing too well, but you know, Chino and Charles holding it down for now. And then they kind of double my lane here. Well, Sans like kind of holding for Zara, and then he lets Zara come, and then Zara goes on my lane. And then I kind of go around. I try and run at him. I get him to 60 HP. Just not enough though, unfortunately. And then my 2 teammates are double treated, I think, at this point. Actually, they're not. He could have picked up the tree, but he doesn't. I don't know. Just unfortunate kill right there. So I see the Sandy Super, I switch, but they switch in the Sandy Super, so that catches us off guard. And I'm like, oh, what? And then so I kind of run at Zara. I didn't know Zara was there, and then it's too late, so I'm dead. And then Sans kills Charles, so it's just mayhem. We don't even know what we're doing. We're scrambling right now. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna run him. And we know Sans in there. He's like kind of in that L bush. So I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna run at them and hope to make something happen. So I walk up the right side. Chino pops a collect gadget. Useless, but he steals the gem. That's all that really matters. I go up and just nothing. I get some position. That's it. But then that's the collect gadget. The saved collect gadget gets a kill, gets another kill. And that was just the best collect gadget I think I've ever seen in my entire life. That was like, that healed him like 10,000 HP. And then all I'm doing is getting us position. That's kind of about it. Like, nothing really I can do at that point. I'm just running at 3 of them so my teammates can get a gem or 2. And then here I get my first treat of the game, and that's all I needed. We see Zar has a gem here. CR gets another Colette Super, robs their gem. Highway robbery right there on the right side. And then over here we see Zar has a gem once again. And at this point, he's going like way too aggro, so I call it, let's pinch him. I run at him. Chino comes from the left side. We pinch him, we kill him. We're like, all right, that's enough. I think I called it, that's enough. And the gem spawns at the 14th second, so that's not enough time for them to reset by like half a second basically. So it's really close, but I thought I was like, maybe they do spawn the gem, so I played really aggro, but it doesn't spawn. So we get the win, and now we're on match point. All we need is 1 more game. Let's hop into it. This is it, the match point for us. They do switch lanes this time, and I said, all right, let's switch. But Sans like kind of just runs all the way down at Charles, so I just, you know, clean him up. We get the kill. Chino already mid-diffing once again. Nothing really Bobby can do. It's just a hard count. It's at the start, it's impossible for him. He can't do anything, so it's always a really good start for us. He does go down, but it's not really a bad death because the gems aren't really being transferred, and then Charles does a good job covering for the gems. He gets the perfect wall break once again. I don't really know how he learned like in between games, because I definitely did not call to wall break that, so I guess just smart game sense by Charles there. And in here, I'm just kind of being patient. I was really patient every single game. I was just kind of waiting for my moment. I run at Zara here. I get the 1 shot. I have full rage. I 1-shot Bobby. And I'm like calling out, are we good? Are we good? And we somehow get a team wipe. And so we have 9. I don't even know where the 10 gem spawning. I'm like, I'm going to get it. And then I'm running. There's this Sandy Super. There's a Rico Super coming in. And I'm like, run, run, run. I pop my gadget. I barely live. And then Charles is just, he gets a kill. He dies because we tell him to die because, you know, we're getting spawn killed. So we just, you know, we got to respawn. So we can block for Chino here. So I block for Chino. I run at Sans. I tell Charlie to run at Zar, so he kills Zar. And then I kind of like snipe Sans across the wall. And then it's over at this point. My teammates are spinning. I should have got the kill to boost the KD. But besides that, we do get the win there. And that is a 3-0 sweep. Doesn't matter how we did it. We got the win. That's all that matters. And so there's Charles clapping. That's not me. That's Charles. But so yeah, if you're wondering, after this monthly final, we did lock in LCQ and are very close to World. So cross our fingers. Hopefully we can make it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.